Good morning, chat. Good morning. Hello. Hi, hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Whoop. Hi, hi. Hi, hi. I'm not fine. How are you? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Oh. Already hit my mic. That's a great sign. Okay. Boop. Boop. Still getting things situated. My bad. Okay, I think everything's fine. Okay. Hi. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, which means that we're doing a documenting stream today, which I'm always a fan of these. They're always a good time to just, like, talk about miscellaneous things, you know? And to get work done on the wiki, which is also a good thing, because A, I need the wiki for my own reference, and B, so that you guys can use it when the data pack gets updated next. So that's gonna be fun. And I will preface, this stream, I am, like, for some reason, just, like, so tired. I don't know why, but you know what? That's not gonna stop me. I'm still gonna stream, and we're still gonna have a good time today. And that's what's gonna happen, okay? So without further ado, let's move down here. Oh, hey! Imini and Ribboy are still here. You know what? They can stay here. They can get a little smaller. We can move them, like, right here. There we go. Ah! Whoop. There we go. So that I don't accidentally, like, hover them if I were to, you know. Hi, Yuna. How are you? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, here we go. You feel absolute crap right now? Oof. I am sorry to hear that. I am feeling EP today, but you know what? I'm just gonna fight through it, and if I like conk out halfway through stream, just like spam redeems until they wake me up, okay? That's how today's stream is gonna work. Whoop. But today we're gonna be writing the wiki entries for the Roofant line, which is gonna be fun. It also will hopefully be easier because they probably aren't going to be learning as many TMs. They're supposed to kind of be fodder. You were stressed and tired because you were handling too much stuff and fell for a scam. Ooh. 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 That's unfortunate. I have been, like, super paranoid about, like, scams and stuff. Especially in the VTubing space, because, like, half the time I find a person and, like, I can't prove that they're, like, a real person. You know what I mean? And, like, if I can't, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's a very, I don't want to say tedious process. It's very, I don't know. There's a word for it. I just can't think of it right now. But it's not fun. So I get where you're coming from. Hopefully you can get everything sorted out with that though, because that does sound like a pain in the behind, if you know what I mean. Whoop. But hey, we got stream to distract you from that for now. Think about something else. You weren't really thinking while doing stuff, and now you just want to die. Don't do that. You shouldn't do that. That's not a good idea. You need to just forget everything you know and chill here, because here we're chilling and it's fine. And everything's gonna be fine. You know? Like, if we've done what we can, then we've done what we can. How I wish I could forget things ADHD doesn't let you. Hi, Nestra. Well, who is ADHD to control what you can and can't focus on, you know? You show that who's boss. It was your Steam account. Can you like can you like report it through Steam? Is that something that is a thing on Steam? I'm sure you can, right? Like if you submit a report and whatnot, and you've done everything you can, then it's like at that point it's just kind of like, okay, well, you've done everything you can, and we're gonna move on from thinking about that. It'd be nice if it was that simple. Psh, you got it, I believe. You wrote support, but you'll see if they even do anything. See? And there we go. We've done what we can, and now we don't have to worry about it, because it's in their hands now, you know? And if they mess up, then that's not on you. You know what I mean? Anyway, how heavy should Larform be? He's a small little thing. Hold on, let me import him real quick. There he is. Whoop! Ah, he's giant. But I forget what I was gonna say, chat. Can I be real? What number is this? The amount of times where I've just completely forgotten what I was gonna talk about. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. How about this? How has everybody's Fridays / yesterdays been, aside from the bad / scary, potentially scary things, you know? I want to hear about cool, like, is anything cool going on, you know? This bug probably weighs, what, like 3 pounds. This thing weighs nothing. Also, I reworked my redeems earlier today, so I don't know, I haven't fully tested them yet, so the ones where I actively need to do something are still like, should still be alerts, but the ones that are just fun stuff shouldn't pull up an alert anymore, and they should just happen, I think. But I haven't tested it, so I can't say for sure. .2 meters. Excuse me. Okay. And then, what are this thing's abilities? It gets Swarm. Not spelled like that. Whoop. And then it gets Anticipation. Then its hidden ability, everybody's favorite, Klutz. I should look at what its XP gain should be. That would be wise, I think. Where's Caterpie? Is there Caterpie or a Weedle? Weedle? Wow, thanks for not telling me. Medium fast. Okay, that works. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Ability decks. We need to get the abilities for these. Whoop. Oh, wait, I can just do this. Hold on. Bug type moves. Anticipation. Boop. And here. 11. Aerial. None of that. Boop. There we go. I would have sleep and drowning if the feeling. You know, you're not pathetic. Don't say that about yourself. But I do hope you have a good night, okay? I hope you rest well, and I hope you feel better when you wake up, okay? Whoop. Klutz. Boop. And then we do 11. Aerial. None of that. Okay, cool. I don't know what EVs this thing gives you. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. One attack. Huh. I guess it kind of checks out. Wait, no it doesn't. What am I talking about? What should this thing give you? This thing should give you speed. Okay. This thing should give you speed, even though... Okay, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll give you special attack, and then Roofant will give you speed. No. Roofant and Larform will give you special attack. Adlatant will give you speed. How about that? I don't know if that's unheard of, or if I'm doing something completely awful and illegal right now, but we'll do that. As for the egg group is just a bug. Bug. Medium fast. Pokemon cannot receive the effect of any hold items except for those. Okay, can we ignore? Except those that affect experience, EVs, friendship, etc. Such as Amulet, Coin, Suit Belt, Lucky Egg, XP Share, Matcha Brace, are the power items. Okay. And then I am going to need to make a new one of these. Like, because this thing evolves at what, level 6? I think it evolves at level 6. Which means that there is not a single Pokemon that evolves at level 6, so I need to make a new Evo thing for this guy, like a little Evo marker. But before that, we'll just go ahead and import this stuff. Boop. 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 Okay, this might be a little bit big. Boop. Whoop. Maybe? Ah! Maybe? There we go. Wow, that fits really nicely, actually. There we go. Check that out. That fits so nicely there. Ah. I'm astonished, honestly, that I still have a cough. I don't know how that happened. Okay, let's make the new... Let's make that that Evo thing. I need to take something for a reference. We'll take this level 7. And yeah, okay. And then I need one with a 6, so we'll just take like Bulbasaur's. Boop, boop. And then copy, paste. Ah! Boop. That doesn't look right. Whatever. Maybe I move it like a tiny bit. Sorry, you can't see this right now because I'm in a different tab editing this, and I don't want to leak anything on accident, so you guys don't get to see it. No, this was fine. Okay. We're gonna export this. It'll let me select it. Download. Okay. Level 6. Hi, Kato. Hi, Kato. I'm doing okay today. How are you? How are you doing? I want to hear how you're doing. I'm very like comatose right now, I would say, but other than that, I think I'm doing pretty well. Whoop. You're doing fantastic. Dude, that's so good. Holy crap. I am glad to hear that. But yeah, I'm very, for some reason, like an hour before stream, my brain just like went into low power mode. Not sure what the deal with that is, but we're pushing through it, you know. 52. Okay. Boom. We now have that done. Ah, wait. Boop. Okay, now you can see it. Did I have a big meal? I had, so I took, I cooked myself up some chicken, and I added some creamy jalapeno sauce to it, and I ate a bowl of it, and then I didn't put the bowl away, so it's still right next to me on the desk, because I forgot. But I don't know if that counts as a big meal, because it was only like, I don't know, like 6 ounces of chicken. It wasn't that much. Maybe 8 ounces. I wouldn't say that. I don't think it is, though. Let's see here. Okay, I need to do the spawn pool world next. Where is spawn pool world? Let me pull that up on my other monitor. Boop, boop. Larform. Life form is common. Okay. Minecraft lush underscore caves. And then boop boop. Hash Cobblemon is lush. There we go. Okay. Excuse me. But yeah, I pretty much had like a very uneventful Thursday. I didn't do a whole lot, if I'm being perfectly honest. I did, however, pick up Pokemon Violet again because I was bored out of my mind, and I still need to complete the second DLC because I haven't really touched it yet. And I played it for about half an hour, and the entire time I'm just like, dude, I cannot believe I took for granted ZA's like battle system for so long, because Scarvio, like after playing ZA for months, coming back to Scarvio feels so incredibly painfully slow compared to compared to Scarvio, just like the process of catching things in general. You know what I mean? Like in ZA, it's just like walk up to a Pokemon, throw a Pokeball, walk away while it's catching. And then in Scarvio, it's like encounter Pokemon, damage them, throw a Pokeball, pray it catches, XP gain, Pokedex pop-up, added to Pokedex, Pokedex adding animation, Dex entry. And then it gives you like their carcass, like a pieces of their carcass, because it does that. It takes 5 times the amount of time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on. The pacing is a lot slower for sure. Yeah. Which is why I hope to God when they make Winds and Waves, I hope they like I don't know. I hope it's just more streamlined, you know? Blah 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 blah. Anyway, sorry, I'm like Googling words on my other screen and just like losing my train of thought. Okay, for the level up moves, we only need like 3. We can just delete all of these because this mon only knows, only ever learns 3 moves, I think. Right? Yes, okay. God, I love this song. I say this every stream, but this song just goes so hard. Level 1, level 5, and level 15. It gets Tackle, it gets Infestation. Infestation. And then it gets Skitter Smack. Smask. Skitter Swouse. Boop. Like this. This is 40. I can never remember what tackle. 35. Okay. Why am I like this? And then Infestation is that. It's a bug move. I might need to steal the bug type thing for this. Boop. Like that. And then I'm gonna do the attack decks as I go along today. I don't know how much this is going to help or hurt. Like my like process of making these pages, but I'm hoping that it'll help because doing all the moves and stuff, while it is fun, it can be a little monotonous. 10, 70, 90. Okay. 70, 90, 10. Like that. Okay. But, Kato, I'm curious. Have you been up to anything interesting recently? Like these past couple days? Because I'm bored and I'm in need of cool things to talk about. Oh, I do have one thing that I want to talk about, but I want to save that. Holy crap. As for TM moves, I think I'm gonna get rid of a lot of these, actually. What did I do? Let's see here. Like, this thing's not gonna learn Helping Hand. Well, I guess I can do the TMs after. I'm gonna do the TMs on Rufin's page, and then I'm just gonna copy paste them over to here. Because Larform is not gonna be able to learn, like, anything. He's going to have a very, very limited moveset. Let's see here. Whoop. Alright, we'll come back to Larform. Number 017. Everybody's favorite. Rufint. Rufint. Also, this does not look centered. I'm sorry. Bye! Something about this is just not centered. I don't know what. Like, look at this. It's just not centered. You've been playing the new Resident Evil? Which one is that? Because I can never... I never followed, like, the Resident Evil stuff. So, I see people playing, like... Because, like, there's, like, a dozen Resident Evil games, and then every single one has, like, a remake. Resident Evil Requiem. Yeah. I've never played, like, a single Resident Evil game. I think I know about Resident Evil 7. Like, I know, like, I've seen, like, very limited gameplay from 7. And then I know of Resident Evil 9 Remake and Resident Evil 4 Remake and Resident Evil Requiem. But, like, I don't know I couldn't, like, if you showed me all of them and asked me to point to each one in order, I would not be able to tell you, you know? And then there's Resident Evil, what, like Village or something? I don't remember what it's called, but it's got the giant lady. I don't even remember. Does that one have a number? I don't remember. And then follow-up thing. As okay, I'm a big fan of the series, played them all since the first one. Oh! Okay, so follow-up thing. If I were to start playing Resident Evil, which one would I start with? And should I like not play the originals and only play the remakes? And should I play them in order or in order of release? Or in chronological order? Like, is there like a optimal play order for the Resident Evil games? Also, I did not do Larform's base stats at all. Oops. You can do 30, 30, 30, 35, 30, 25. This thing sucks. For a BST of 180, wow. A truly bottom of the barrel base stats. That's insane. I forgot how bad I made this thing. Luckily he gets much better when it evolves. So we're gonna do that next. Whoop! We got Roofant. Boom, ba-dam, boom. Definitely chronological order, but the first few games definitely aren't everyone's taste. I would say from 4 on, they have a lot more of a modern feel. Is that because 4 is the first one that got a remake? Or am I making that up? Because I don't actually know which ones have remakes and which ones don't. Whoop! I like Roofant Shiny. It's very nice. Boop. Here we go. Roofant. Although, if I could change anything about this line, I would change Alatant's colors to be more different from Roofant. But you could argue it's a little late for that. This guy's a foot long. Whoop. AKA 0.3 meters. And then he can weigh like, I don't know. He's a big ol' ant. He's hardy too, so he'd probably be kinda heavy. He's a Subway sandwich. True! Or a hot dog at a baseball game. That could also be applicable. Maybe. I don't know. I've been to one baseball game in my entire life, and it was like, I don't know. It was not interesting to watch at all. Just like, there's so much nothing happening all the time. How heavy should this 1 foot ant be? Like, I don't know. 16 pounds. We'll just leave it at that. Arbitrary number. 7.3 kilograms. Capture rate for this guy should be... I want to give him a 210 catch rate. 210 feels about right. And why 210, you might ask? It's a completely arbitrary number that I just picked off the top of my head. Okay, I'm looking at, okay. And then I go and I look at the actual data for the game, and I'm like, whose idea was it to make a Roofant 130 catch rate? You find him more often than you find his pre-evo. I think you'd be able to catch him pretty easily. You know what, actually, let's use a real bug as an example, okay? We'll use Weedle again, because he seems to be our go-to guy. Capture rate 255. Capture rate 120? Really? It drops so fast. 120? Yeah, I'm not gonna do 120. I'll settle for 200. I'll settle for 200. And we'll make the 30 evo 45. How about that? But I don't want to go any lower than 200 because this guy is like common. This guy is like much more common than Kakuna or Metapod would be. And then instead of Anticipation, he gets Infiltrator. Because you know what ants like to do? They like to infiltrate your house. And they like to make a big ol' mess of things. And Roofant is no different. No, sir. Where is Infiltrator? Boop. And then like this. What? Hello? What even happened there? Whoop. There we go. Okay. He's a Subway sandwich, huh? Would you eat Rufant if he was turned into a Subway sandwich? There are people that eat like mealworms and other bugs. Do you think Rufant would be like, do you think Rufant would taste good, or would he taste like dirt? Because I'm of the opinion that he would taste like dirt. And like maybe you'd get like, I don't know. I'm thinking about like chocolate covered larform, like you have chocolate covered mealworms. And it's just like, I'm trying to think of like the logistics of that, where it's like when they'd have to like steal larforms from inside the nests, because larforms don't go outside, they stay hidden. But it's like the rulers of the nest, the Addons, are like really just kind of big stupid idiots. So it's like, would they even care, or would they get mad and attack you? Because I'm torn now, because I don't know if Alatant would care if you steal their young and turn them into food, because they're just like big stupid idiots that are just like, they care about feeding themselves and beefing with things that are weaker than itself. So maybe they'd attack you, not because you're stealing their children, but because they think you're like small fry and they just want to beat you up for the love of the game. I think that would be more fitting for their like personalities, don't you say? Don't you think? All right, time to change up this. Infestation becomes level 1. I'm gonna need to insert some rows here. Exactly 2, as a matter of fact. Actually, I'm just gonna insert rows above like this. And then we can copy paste these. What? How did that even happen? You saw that I clicked in this box and it pasted it down here somewhere. That was weird. Level 7, it learns Bite. And then at level 9, it learns Leer. Now, I think Tinderus gets a Leer. Nope, it gets Tail Whip. Who gets a Leer? Does, Mascoon? Surely. Yes. Okay. Like that. And then I need... What do I need? I need Bite. Is Bite something that Mascoon learns as well? No. Does anybody get Bite? Tinderus gets Bite, right? Yes, okay. Boop. And then Bug Bite is 60 power. I don't know what the other parts of it are, though. 60 power, 20 BP, 100 accuracy. Okay. 20. Bug Bite. Level 12. No, not level 12. Level 16. What am I talking about? Hi, Jotro. How are you? I'm very, like, low power mode right now. So I'm kind of just like, if you caught me and I've like just woken up and I'm not fully sentient. So that's what I'm feeling like right now. But other than that, I'm doing kind of okay. I got a little bit of a headache, but it's not something I can't handle. You're doing good? That's pretty nice. I'm glad to hear that. We're working on the wiki today, which is something I don't think you've seen the wiki yet, Jotro, but it is basically, I'm going through and I am documenting all the mons. A, so that you guys have a resource to like refer to when you guys have the data pack, and also B, so that I have a resource, because I have never actually centralized all of these locations. I have never centralized all this data anywhere. So this gives me an excuse to actually go through and just like make something not only I can refer to as like the developer, but also something that you guys can use to augment your own playthroughs. And we've got the cool, to get the cool evolution change, we get the big art at the top. All this good stuff, you know. And we're working on this guy's Evo line today. Oop, I gotta do the Lang files, hold on. Where is my Rufant? Oh, hey! Fun fact. Rufant is the first Pokemon in the add-on to get a Dex entry. He's the first thing in the Lang files. That sounds really cool, right? I think I'm gonna release like a link for this somewhere, maybe on my Twitter, but maybe also, probably I'll release like a link to this on my Twitter, and then also on the Modrent page, and then also on my YouTube. Just like in the community posts, I think those are the 3 places I will link this. So, I'm tired as well though, so I don't know how long I'll be awake. It's okay. I wouldn't worry about it, because today's probably going to be on the shorter side in terms of stream length. Like, we're already almost done with Rufant's page. We're just going to go to... We're going to do Rufant through Eletant. We're going to decide what TM moves he's going to learn. And then once we're done with that, we're pretty much done, like, for the day. You know? Because we do... I try to do 1 Evo line a day. But we haven't gotten to, like, the 2-stage Pokemon. We've only done, like, triple Evo lines so far. So I'm not sure how that'll translate. Maybe I'll do, like, 2 Evo lines. I don't know, though. We'll see. It would definitely make these streams longer. Excuse me. But anyway, we got 40, 40, 40, 50, 40, 40 for a base set total of 250. Still horrendously weak, but not as weak as Larfor. Boom, boom. Anything else? Wait, nope, this is Larform. Oops, wait. Am I an idiot? Yes, okay, so first of all, we're gonna undo that. And we're gonna undo the Dex entries, and we're gonna come over here. And we're gonna put it in the correct place. You know? Because I definitely caught that. And I'm definitely not just being dumb. Whoop! Like that. And then we change this stuff down here. To 40, 40, 40, 50, 40, 40. For 250 BST. Okay. And then that should be fine in terms of this guy. Oh, wait, hold on. The classifications are just completely not right at all. Hold on, I need to fix that. Oops. Boop doop 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 doop. Let's see here. What are the classifications for these things? I think Rufant's the scout Pokemon. I don't remember what Larform is. The rolling Pokemon. I like the rolling Pokemon. That's fun. And then this guy is the scout Pokemon. Boop. And then we shall copy and paste this one more time to make number 018, which is Alatant. Boop. And then I need to put the colon there. There we go. Okay. Alatant. National number 18. It'll be a bug flying type, so we need to grab the flying little marking. Boop. It'll be a little bigger, like 1'4", maybe? Something like that. 1'4", which is what, 16 inches? That's 2 meters. 0.4 meters. And then Alatant can be like, I don't know, Alatant can be like 38 pounds. 17.2 kilograms. 17.2. Capture rate can be 45. It's a big drop in catch rate, but it is standard. Well, at least Alatant's standard. I don't know about Rufant, because Rufant absolutely does not have a standard catch rate. Boop. We can get rid of that spacing. We can do this. Ah! Okay. This can be 3.2. 3.2. There we go. We got Alatant's little. Oh, spawn pool world. Chat, how could you let me forget about this again? How dare you? Ooh, Rufant's got 2 things. Okay. Okay. Lush Caves is lush. We need to add a thing here. Hashtag Cobblemon is _temperate. Common. And then I have a question for myself. This is a rhetorical question. Should I add the anti-condition biomes? Because if there's like a biome thing that's like, oh, this Pokemon can't spawn in this specific kind of biome. I don't know, because we haven't really had that yet. At least not with Hatchick, and definitely not with Mascoon. So maybe we just kind of let that one be. Maybe we just don't. Boo-doo-boo. Or we could do this, minus hashtag Cobblemon is spooky. And then we make this like red. So for this specific entry, it's like, oh, it's temperate, but not spooky. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? We could do a minus, we could do unless. We could do not. I don't know. I feel like the minus works for now. Or like this little line. Whoop. And this should go in Rufins, not Addons, because, you know, always got to make sure we're on the right one. And then Addons no longer spawns in Temperate, still only spawns in Lush Caves. Has the same abilities. Honestly, the fact that I give this thing huge power isn't even that much of a buff. Because this thing's stats, if we take a look at them, 50 base attack and 90 base special attack. So if we give this thing huge power, it makes him just barely a mixed attacker. Which is really funny. 60, 50, 55, 90. 60, 50, 55, 90. I can just pull up the stats on my other screen so I don't have to remember them. Yeah. Yeah. Addons should give speed. He can give 2 speed EVs. I don't care. 2 speed. There we go. And then we gotta do the boop. And we do the other dex entry like that. I keep pressing Control S as if this isn't just a Google Doc and it saves automatically. Why am I like this? I have trained myself to be very paranoid with the save status of my files. Which I guess is a good thing, but it's also kind of unnecessary at times. But yeah, this thing sucks. Except for its speed stat, it has like nothing going for it really at all. 410 BST, which is completely abysmal for a 3rd stage Pokemon, at least. Okay, I think that's everything up here. We just gotta change this to the Clobber Pokemon. Yeah. Okay. Next up is level up moves. Let's go. Bug Bite. Well, all of this stuff, first of all, should be 1. Insert row above. We gotta have the Evolve. And I'm gonna steal this from Hatchick, because I know Hatchick gets Gust. This thing does learn Gust when it evolves. Should also bold this and this. Boop. Boop. Like so. There we go. When will this be released to the public? Like the wiki? The wiki is planned to be released to the public when the next update for the add-on comes out, which should be sometime next week. And between now and then, I need to finish my tutorial series, because, yeah. Because the tutorial series follows the creation of the Fakemon that comes immediately after the one that we started on Wednesday. So, like, I got some work to do in that department. And that way I can put in the patch notes like, oh, I added all these TM moves to all these Pokemon. So, you guys have that to look forward to, so get excited for that, I guess. Alright, I need to add some move slots because Alatant suddenly learns a very large quantity of attacks. Boop. We'll say about that many for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Oh, I was one short. Alright, it's fine. We got... Okay, Bug Bite goes down to 14, which is nice. We've got a level 18. We've got a level 21. 25. 29. 32. 36. We've got a 40. Which I think 40 will be when he learns his signature move, but I haven't invented that yet, so... And then 2 moves at level 44. And then 48. And then 52, and then 55. Okay. You can tell this song is made by Toby Fox because it has the Hopes and Dreams guitar. Air Cutter, Focus Energy. Take down. Please let me select the thing and not resize it. Thank you. Boop. Aerial Ace. Agility. We got Crunch, and then we've got Lunge. And we got Taunt, Torment, and Double Edge. Double Edge. That is not how you spell edge. And then we got Mega Horn. Which, I don't know why this thing learns Mega Horn. I feel like it shouldn't, almost. Because he has a signature move, and he doesn't have horns. You know what? I'm getting rid of this. This thing does not get Mega Horn. I'm sorry. I don't know why I gave it that. This thing gets Hurricane instead. Okay. Now we go through and we copy all of the moves that the other Mons have that I can just copy and paste the data from so that I don't have to retype them all out. Double Edge and Takedown should be in this thing's TMs somewhere. Here's Double Edge. That is not the right... What? What was I... What? Hello? This is not Double Edge's... This is not the correct stats for Double Edge. What am I on right now? Does this thing get Double Edge? Yes. Why is this one right? And Hatchick's just incredibly wrong. How did that even happen? Double Edge. And then Double Edge. Alatant, Double Edge. Yeah. And then I need Takedown. Whoop. I'm also gonna take, I'm gonna take Knockoff off of this guy. I'm sorry, he doesn't deserve Knockoff. He's too pure to learn Knockoff. That's my reasoning. Boop. And instead I'm going to give it to Addons. Because I feel like Addons would make much better use of knockoff. We need Aerial Ace. Copy. Aerial Ace, and then Agility, and then Crunch. I know Furley gets Agility. Boop. That's not right. Agility, like that. And then, what else do we need? Crunch. Crunch should be in Tinderous, I believe. Yep, here it is. Boop. And then we just need Taunt, Torment, and a couple other things. Taunt, Torment, Focus Energy, and Air Cutter. I think we have Air Cutter right here, though, right? No? Huh. I guess this guy just doesn't get Air Cutter. Oh, well. It's always fun looking back at the stuff that I make and put into this and then forget about, and then I come back later and I'm like, weird. Why is Focus Energy dark? That doesn't make sense. Can this guy learn Focus Energy? I don't know. Is Focus Energy even a TM? This thing cannot learn Focus Energy. I don't think Focus Energy is a TM. But I think Furley has it as an egg move for some reason. Okay, there we go. Boop. Don't ask why I made it an egg move for Furley. I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny. Alright, back to here. We need Air Cutter. 25, 60, 95. 95 and 25, like that. Takedown is fine. Aerial Ace. Torment and Taunt have no power. They both have 100 though. Taunt has 20. Torment has 15. Okay. 15. There we go. And just like that, the level up moves are done. Hi Marcia, how are you? How you doing? How you doing? Boom, 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 boom. Then I just have to take all of these and bold them so that you know they're stab. Like that. Okay. And then what we'll do is we're just going to take some of these TMs and just remove them. Like, this thing is not getting Captivate. This thing is... I don't know. Can this thing get Attract? I don't think this thing can get Attract. It's ugly. Facade, sure. Return, sure. That, sure. Snore, sure. Round? No. Endure, Substitute. I don't even think Substitute, honestly. There we go. And not Helping Hand either. Okay. Why is Ribboy here? In a mini? I don't know. I just felt like putting them in last stream, and they're still here, and I didn't want to get rid of them, so they're here. But yeah, we just finished up doing all of these, like all the main data for these three guys, and we're just about to start with the TMs and the egg moves, and that'll be the last thing that we do today, because today's going to be a shorter stream. But we're gonna have fun with it, you know, as we usually do. And we're going to go through the list. First of all, acrobatics. This thing absolutely gets acrobatics and aerial ace. Already acrobatics is there, as a matter of fact. Aerial ace, however, I don't think is a TM. If it is, though, I will be pleasantly surprised. Oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. Why does this guy not get aerial ace? Am I dumb? He does get aerial ace. Okay, maybe I am an idiot. Acrobatics, aerial ace. Boop. Aqua Jet, Aqua Cutter, Astonish, Attack Order, Aerial. No. None of this. None of this. No Barrage. Barrage could be interesting, but it is a Quillfish signature move, so we're gonna ignore that. Beat Up, absolutely, I feel like. Beat Up is absolutely going to be a signature move of these guys. Or not a signature move, an egg move. Beat Up. And I want to get in the habit of doing this as I go along. Beat Up 10, nothing, 100. 100. Scariest story. Larry came knocking on my door. Little did I know that it might not be Larry, but evil Larry. I can't do the AI voice very well, but I think I can do like a passable AI dude voice from 11 Labs. Is Bite a TM? No way, right? It's not. Okay, cool. Good to know. Bind, Bitter Blade, Black Hole Eclipse, of course this thing should learn Blaze Kick. Bloom Doom, Body Press, no. Body Slam, no. I'm not gonna teach this thing Body Slam, I'm sorry. Although it would be funny if he got Body Slam. Because that is kind of what he does. But no. No. Bone Club, Bone Rush, Branch Cloak, Branch Poke. Breaking Swipe could potentially, theoretically make sense, but he's a bug, so I'm not gonna give it to him. Break, nope. He does not have any means to chop with, such as a hand. Brutal Swing could also be something via an egg move. I think Brutal Swing would be a great egg move for this thing. Boop. I believe it's 60 and 100. Brutal Swing 20. Like, these are going to be the only two good egg moves it gets. It's not going to get any more egg moves than that. Bug Bite. Is Bug Bite a TM? It is. Okay, we'll just make Bug Bite a TM then. Bug Bite. Oh, by the way, chat, you know what I figured out how to do yesterday? So, on stream, you might have heard me mention once or twice how I have, like, a theoretical region map for if this, like, add-on got its own region, right? And I figured out how to turn it into a height map. So I have a height map for a region now. And I'll leave it at that, but I thought I might bring that up because I thought you guys might wanna be excited to learn about that. You know what I mean? Bullet Seed. Bullet Seed's a grass type thing. And a 2-cannon thing for some reason. Ceaseless Edge, no. Chip Away. Chip Away would be good for Allerton, but I'm not gonna give it to him because it doesn't exist. Ha 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 ha. Comet Punch. This guy gets no punching moves. And Counter. Just kidding. This thing does not learn Counter. If this thing learns Counter, he becomes viable, and we don't want that. Crunch via TM. Seems reasonable enough. Like this. And I am trying to do this in alphabetical order because I'm superficial like that. Does this thing get cut? I think, yeah, Roofant definitely gets cut. We're gonna take Cypratops' cut and we're just going to throw it in there at the bottom instead of dive because this thing absolutely is not getting dive. Dig absolutely gets dig. I mean, it's an ant. It makes ant hills. It kind of has to dig. Double kick? No. Double edge? Yeah, let's give it double edge. Double edge. Boop. And then unbolt it. This thing does not get focus punch. What? Drill run could be interesting, but this guy does not have a drill at all. Dragon Rush. Imagine this thing getting Dragon Rush. That would be funny. Dual Wing Beat? I'll think about it. Do you use your slams to target with this wing to inflict damage? I think, I honestly think that, Allerton's wings are going to be too frail to use dual wing beat, so we will cross that off the list. Egg Bomb, no. Explosion, no. Fake Out, no. False Swipe, sure. I think absolutely this thing can get False Swipe. I did give False Swipe to something else, though, and I don't remember what it was. Did I give it to Hatchick? I don't think I did. Who the heck learned False Swipe? Wasn't Tarovis, was it? There's no way I give it to Tarovis. Yeah, okay, I didn't think so. It has to have been Raktor or Raktress, then. I'm, like, confident that I give something False Swipe. Where is it? It's just not here. Okay, I guess I didn't give them False Swipe. Never mind. I must have just, like, fabricated a memory or something. But this guy is definitely getting False Swipe. Given he has the claws, or the little, I don't know. 40, 100, 40 is False Swipe, I believe. Right? 40, 40, 100. Yep. Boom, boom. And then Fire Fang. I don't think this thing gets the Fang attacks. I don't think he's valid enough for the elemental fangs. Faint attack doesn't exist. First impression. is a TM. I think we give this thing first impression. Honestly, I think that would be a great TM move. First impression. Boop. He does outspeed after all. He outspeeds a lot of stuff. It is 90 power, 10 power points. Fisher Rand, Fisher, Flail, Flame Charge, Flame Wheel, Flare Blitz, Fling, Flip Turn, Floaty Fall, Flower Trick, Fly. This thing absolutely gets Fly. Did I not give... I don't think I gave Hatchick any... Oh, yes, I did. I did give Nestreed False Swipe. Huh. Why is Fly a water move? Hello? Am I, like, okay? Also, I'm just blind. Hatchick does get Fly. Okay. Alatin, we can just throw Fly down at the bottom, like we do the other TMs. Flying Press, no. Foul Play? Is a TM? Sure, we can do Foul Play. Maybe we do Foul Play? I don't think we do Foul Play. No, I don't think we do. I don't think Alatin is smart enough to learn Foul Play, if I'm being honest. What about Fury Cutter? Not a TM. Guillotine. Can you imagine this thing getting guillotine? Gunk Shot, Gyro Ball, Hammer Arm. Hammer Arm would be interesting, but it would be more like Hammer Butt. Plus, it's not a TM anyway. Hard Press. No. Headbutt. Is this a TM? No. Why is this not? Oh, it is a TM. Never mind. Surely Canopine gets Headbutt through TM, am I right? Nope. Okay. Who the heck gets Headbutt through TM? Does anybody? Raktrish. Surely you get Headbutt, am I right? Nope. Okay, I guess nobody gets Headbutt then. Headlong Rush would be funny, but it's not real. Heart Stamp, I don't know. Heat Crash, no. Heavy Slam would be funny because solely because of the fact that he weighs like nothing, but I don't think it would be worth it. Horn Attack, nope, he does not have horns. Horn Leech, he does not have horns. None of the ice moves. Not Iron Head. Iron Tail could be nice. It's only a breeding move. It is a TM though. I think Alatant gets Iron Tail. It's not really a tail, but you know. Also Giga Impact, that's a no-brainer. Is there any steel in here? I'm sure I could steal Heavy Slam from you, right? Maybe Barbekion? surely he has heavy slam. Hard press, close enough. Iron Tail has, I believe, 100 power, 75 accuracy. Right. And then 15. Low kick. This thing does not learn low kick. Or low sweep. It does get knockoff, though. Whoop. Knockoff. Lash out still, I think, is an interesting move, but I don't think Alatant learns it because he is not a dark type. He is a bug type. And then in terms of like leech life, sure, we can do leech life. I think leech life would work fine. 10, 80, 100. I remember when they buffed leech life in Gen 7. It was such a it was a great time for bug type fans and anybody who liked draining moves because leech life used to suck. It was a big day for the Zubat community, I'll tell you that much. I don't even... Was Zubat even in Gen 7? Yeah, he was, but he was only in the remakes, I think. Because you could find him in, like, the post-game areas. And, like, in that one Diglett cave. Right? I think that's where you found him. Lunge. Maybe is a TM. It is a TM. There's no way Lunge is 60 power. It's 80. 80 power with 15. I guess I just missed that one. I just didn't do it. Where was I? Here I was. Lunge. Leech Life gets to be big. Bug Bite gets to be big. Aerial Ace, that does. None of the other stuff does, though. Okay. Mach Punch, no. Magnitude, no. None of the max moves. Metal Claw, no. Mega Horn, no. Alatant does not have a tough and impressive horn. So, unfortunately, he does not get to learn Mega Horn. Needle Arm doesn't exist. Nihil Light, of course. Payback could be interesting. It's not a TM. Petal Blizzard, Phantom Force, Pin Missile. Pin Missile absolutely makes sense. Unfortunately, not a TM. However, I could theoretically give him Pin Missile instead of, like, I don't know, Takedown. I could do that. But then he learns Takedown and Double Edge, so it's like kind of whatever. I could give him Pin Missile instead of Focus Energy. Or instead of Bug Bite, I don't know. I do think this thing should learn Pin Missile, though, and now I'm determined to figure out which move I can replace safely. Maybe Agility. Probably Agility, actually. I know this guy gets, like, a ton of not status moves, and I'm kind of reluctant to remove any of them. I could also just remove Aerial Ace. Have him stuck with Air Cutter, because Air Cutter is just going to be stronger for the most part anyway. And then if you really want to, you can just teach him Aerial Ace or Acrobatics. Like, you could just teach this thing Acrobatics via TM. It's not that hard. So I think, yeah, I get rid of Aerial Ace here. Pin Missile, I believe, has 20 power? 25 power. Wow, Pin Missile is strong. 95. And then we go ahead and 20 power points. Okay, that works. I'm gonna have to change that in the code as well. Get rid of Aerial Ace, replace it with Pin Missile. Because that just makes sense, because he has spikes, like, all over his abdomen, so it's like... kind of just checks out, I think. Anyway, what's next? Play Rough, Pluck, Poison Fang, Poison Jab. Poison Jab could be a contender here. Let's look at what other mons learn it. We got Spinnerack, we got Pineco. Pineco gets... what? That's so weird. What other bug types get it? Leavenine, Galvantula, Volcarona, Vicavol. Yeah, I think Poison Jab is justified here. Doesn't... somebody else gets Poison Jab. Was Barbekion? Does Barbekion get Poison Jab? No. Who gets Poison Jab? Surely it's not Nestreed. No, it was Cybertop, so you got Poison Jab. I remember. Whoop. Like that. Poison Sting, Poison Tail. I don't think Poison Tail's a T. It is a TM. Okay, we'll give him Poison Tail as well. Poison Tail, I believe, is 50 power. Yep, and 25 power points. 25 with 100 accuracy. There we go. Poison Tail, Poltergeist, Population Bomb, Pounce. Is Pounce a TM? It is. Okay. Pounce. This can be bolded. 50, 20, 100. Okay. 50, 100, and 20. Boop. Power Trip, Power Whip, Power Up Punch, Precipice Blades. I think Power Trip would also be fitting. Like, Power Trip would be such a funny move for Alatant to learn. God. But no. Maybe at some point in the future I can just take Alatant and be like, you know what, we're giving him Power Trip. But today is not that day. What did I do? Okay. Psyblade, Psychic Fangs. No psychic moves. Punishment Pursuit could be interesting, but it doesn't exist. Raging Bull, Raging Fury, Rapid Spin, Return. Got that already. Rollout could make sense. I can absolutely see... I can absolutely see Rollout being an egg move. I'm dying. Rollout, I believe, is 30 power. 90, 20. Boop. There we go. Sacred Fire, Sacred Sword, Sulk Your Sand Tomb, Savvy Seed, Skill Shot, Scratch, Seeker Power, Seed Bomb, Self Destruct. None of the shadow moves. Skitter Smack. Let's steal that from Larform, honestly. Skitter Smack. Ooh, bidaboo. Skull Bash, Sky Attack, Sky Drop, Sky Uppercut. Does not get any of those. Slam would be funny, but it doesn't exist. Slash. Smackdown. Slash would make sense as well. I think I will give this thing Slash. Wait, hold on. Never mind. Not a TM. Not a TM. Smackdown, Smart Strike, Smelling Salt, Snaptrap, Solar Blade, Spark, Spin Out. Steamroller isn't real, but it is a bug move. Does this thing get strength? I don't think this thing gets strength. Submission, Sub-Zero Slammer, Sucker Punch. I think it does get Sucker Punch, though. Sucker Punch is a TM, right? Nope. Okay. Takedown. Obviously, it's gonna get Takedown. Where is Takedown? Here it is. Whoop. Like that. Not gonna get Twin Needle or Triple Arrows or Triple anything. U-turn though, yes. Who else gets U-turn? Does Tarovis get U-turn? No. Somebody gets U-turn. Actually, I take it back. I don't think anybody gets U-turn. U-turn. Like this. Like this. Like that. U-turn is like 60 power. No, U-turn is 70. 70, 100, and then 20. Wait, chat, I just came up with a funny idea. What if, okay, so you know how some VTubers have like a redeem where you can like throw stuff at them? What if you just like, I make a redeem to where you just pelt me with ribboys? I think that'd be funny. And it just like splats because they're frogs and they splat. That could be funny. I want to do that now. Gosh dang it. I want to learn how to do that. X scissor slashes at the target by crossing its sides, claws, or the like as if they were a pair of scissors. Unfortunately, Alatent does not have any of that, so he can't really do that. Moving on to special attacks, we got Air Cutter, Air Slash. Boop. Like this. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see here. Ancient Power, no. None of this, none of this, none of this, none of this. We're not teaching any of this stuff. Brian Bubblegum. Bug Buzz, though. Absolutely. Bug Buzz. It's 90, 10, 100. Wow, it's already just formatted for me. I don't even have to do anything. Let's go. Let's go. Chilling Water, Chloroblast. Dark Pulse, Dazzling Gleam. This guy is not going to learn, like, any special moves, which is funny because he's mostly a special attacker. Energy Ball, Eruption, blah blah blah, Fairy Wind. Gust? Is Gust even a TM? It's not, right? No, it isn't. Hex, Hidden Power, Hurricane, all the fun stuff. Infestation is not a TM. Yep. Lava Bloom, Leaf Storm. It'd be funny if he got like Mud Shot, but oh, it is a TM. We'll give this thing Mud Shot. Where's Mud Ground type? There it is. Mud Shot is 55, 15, 95. 55, 95, 15. Boom. And then is Mud Slap also a TM? Sure, we'll do both actually. 20, 10, 100. Is Mud Slap... Mud Slap is hyphenated for some reason. Unbold that. Copy. 20. 10. Okay. Ominous Wind, Origin Pulse, Overheat, Parabolic Charge, Powder Snow, Psybeam, Psy Strike, Razor Wind. Razor Wind would be interesting if it was real. Rough Time, Round, Scald. Sludge, Silverwind, Silverwind? Why not? I kind of do want this thing to have Swift, maybe? No. I don't think you should have Swift. Silverwind. 60, 105. Like that. Sludge, Sludge Bomb, none of this. Snipe Shot, Snore, Solar Beam, Sonic Boom, Spit Up. No. Struggle Bug? Struggle Bug is a TM. Whoop. Struggle Bug. And then, like, 50. And then, it's 50, 100 what? Why did I scroll all the way up? 20. Okay. Boop. I definitely want this thing to keep Terra Blast, so I want to keep that there. Supersonic Sky Strike, Surf Swift, Synchronoise, Syrup Bomb. Yes. Tectonic Rage, Terra Blast, of course. None of the Thunder stuff. Uproar, maybe? I think this thing does get Uproar. 110. Okay. Vacuum Wave, Venoshock, Volt Switch. And then none of this other stuff. Okay, cool. That's all the special moves. How many special moves is that in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 special moves. Amnesia would be funny. Temporarily and empties its mind. I don't think that makes that much sense because it does not know how to do that. It does not know peace. Block. Calm Mind. Yeah, it does not get Calm Mind. Curse? Does this thing have Curse? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna give this thing Curse anyway. It's kind of just whatever, you know? Yeah, no. Defend Order. Defend Order would be funny if it wasn't Vespiquen's signature move. Defense Curl is not a TM, but it will be an egg move. Defense Curl. How much power point does this move have? 40? Say less. Double team could also be neat. Yeah, why not? Double team. Right? No, this thing doesn't get double team. I'm sorry. I don't like double team in general. Encore, Endure, Entrainment, none of this. Excuse me. Growl, Growth, Happy Hour, Heal Order. Yeah, I don't think this guy's gonna get any of this at all. Not even like Mean Look, because that's not a TM. Mimic, Minimize, no. Maybe Nasty Plot? I think Nasty Plot can stay. Whoop. Nasty Plot can absolutely stay. Play Nice, no. Protect, he already has Protect. Recover, Reflect. Rest, already has Rest. I don't even think this thing's gonna get Roost. It's not gonna get Roost. Ooh, Scary Face. Surely Scary Face is a TM. Yeah. Who else gets Scary Face? Does Raktor get Scary Face? Somebody's gotta get Scary Face, right? Perhaps Cybertops? Maybe? No. What about Barbekion? Does he get Scary Face? No. Who gets Scary Face? Nobody does. Scary Face. Okay. 10, 0, 100. Okay. 10, like that. Screech could also be funny. Is this TMs? No. It is. Wait. No, it's not. Screech isn't a TM. I keep yawning. I need to not yawn, chat. Shelter? No. Silk trap. This thing does not spin silk. It is not a spider. It's not a spider web. Hi, Koishi. You know who gets scary face? Malfang. True, Malfang does get scary face through level up. I think I did give him that. Hi, Koishi. How are you doing? String shot, stun spore, substitute, sunny day, supersonic, swagger, swallow. There's no way I'm giving this thing tailwind. I'm sorry. This guy is not supposed to have any redeeming qualities to use after like the first gym. Wish, withdraw, Wonder Room. Okay, yeah, we'll just call it there for the TMs, I think. So everything from here to like here, we're just gonna delete. Maybe we keep Rock Smash, actually. I think we keep Rock Smash, but delete the rest. And maybe Flash? No. Well, yeah, he can keep Flash, too. Rock Smash, Flash, Fly, Cut can be the 4 moves, you know? Which creature are we doing today? We're doing Alatant and Roofant and this third one, the baby. The baby. And I'm doing the TM moves on Alatant first because he's going to be able to learn exponentially less TM moves as he goes down with like his evolution. So Larform's not going to be able to learn like anything. Give Focus Punch? It would get Focus Punch if it had an arm that was viable to punch with, but he doesn't. That's like my rule. If he has an arm, or like if he has a hand that he could reasonably punch you with, I'll give it Focus Punch. That's one of those attacks where it's like it's a simple rule and it's not Grass Knot. So it's a pretty straightforward decision, you know? Alright, Alatant, you need to take all these. Whoop. Copy, bring him over to Roofant. Whoop. And then all this stuff down here gets to go. Delete those rows. 120 VP, 100 accuracy, 99% flinch chance. Signature move, Tail Wallop. I think the idea for this thing's signature move, it was gonna be called like Bug Crusher or something. And I'm sure I have the description of the attack somewhere if I just look for it. Signature moves. It was literally, I think it was literally just a physical bug move with 100 based power, and it does nothing else. Or like Ant Hammer would be another move for it. I think Ant Hammer would be fun. A 100 base power is a lot. Yeah, well, there's not a lot of strong... With stab, it's 150. I think it works, because if we take a look at Alatant's physical attack stat, you'll see that it leaves a lot to be desired, you know? It leaves a lot to be desired, so I feel like it's justified. Especially since this thing gets huge power, so... I would say, in my humble opinion, that it's reasonable. But that's just me, you know? Alright. Get rid of Fly. This thing does not get Fly as a Roofant. I'm sorry. Also does not get Air Slash or Air Cutter. That was the wrong button. Whoop. Delete 2 rows. Does not get U-turn either. Hurricane? Yeah, this thing learns Hurricane. Wait, I didn't even give this thing Hurricane as a TM. Am I stupid? I'm glad you brought that up just now, because I completely forgot to put Hurricane as a TM. Thank you. Let's see. Bug Buzz is fine. Takedown is fine. Skitter Smack is fine. Poison Tail and Jab are fine. Iron Tail, I'm going to save. Giga Impact, I'm going to save. Did I give this thing Hyper Beam? I don't think I give this thing Hyper Beam either. I absolutely didn't give this thing Hyper Beam. What am I on right now? I'm on something right now. Oop, I'm on Lack of Sleep. That's what I'm on. At first you thought Furley was a horse becoming a Triceratops was weird, but then I remembered Remoraid and Octillery and it literally became a normal thing. I mean, fair. The trick is that the animals don't have to be the same, but they have to have like a pattern in their designs. Because Remoraid to Octillery is gun to tank, and then Furley to Triceratops is 1 horn to 2 horns to 3 horns. And that's really all there is to it. Also, I'm giving every fully evolved Pokemon Hyper Beam. I don't care. But it is not Stab. Boop, 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 bow, dow. Uproar should not be Stab either, now that I'm looking at this. Oops. The more I go back and forth through all this, the more I just go like, oh yeah, I messed that up. Oh yeah, I messed that up. Oh yeah, this is bad too. Oops, forgot about that one. Can still learn Dig, Crunch, Bug Bite. Aerial Ace? No. Acrobatics? No. I'm sorry. As for this stuff, Rest, Hidden Power, Facade, Return, Frustration, Snore, Endure, Protect. That's all fine. Again. Once again, we copy and paste all of this, and we bring it to Larform. And we're gonna have to prepare to remove a lot of things. Because Larform is not going to be able to learn, like, anything. It's not gonna learn Cut, not gonna learn any TMs. Not gonna learn any of these. No status moves. Sure, it can get Struggle Bug. I deleted the entire table. Silverwind, Mudslap, Mudshot, Bug Buzz, Takedown. Skitter Smack and Pounce, sure. I deleted the table again. Ah! Booty 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 boo. Delete those. Cannot learn Return or Frustration. Cannot learn Snore. Can't learn Facade. Can't learn Hidden Power. So the only moves this thing's gonna learn. What did I do? I keep pressing a button. Give it Judgment? That's what this Mon was missing. You're so right. Okay, but behold the smallest page in the entire thing so far, by the way. It learns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 unique moves. The easiest Mon to strategize with in Little League. Alright, give it Judgment. It's Spore. Emini is so cute. I wonder how he will be in the form of cubes. I have a plan for Amini's model. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but I do have something in mind for how he's gonna, like, stretch his mouth wide open. And it's gonna be kind of like that one enemy from, Splash! You're so right. I'm unironically giving this thing Splash now, because of you. Splash is a normal move, right? Where is it? Am I blind? Splash. 40. 40. Rapid spin since the whole line spins. That's also a good idea. I should probably do that as well. Rapid spin is a TM. Absolutely rapid spin is a TM, I think. We're gonna insert a row right here. This is why chat is important, because sometimes I miss things like this. Larform would absolutely learn rapid spin. I don't know how I didn't think of that. 50, 40, 100. Okay. 50, 40, 100. TM 0. Woo. If you look at Amini and then look at his ears, they'll kind of become a pink, lazy, cute, small and wide cow. Yeah. That's why his evolution is called Immulet. I put the moo in there because people kept calling him a cow. Even though that was not my design inspiration, but he kind of ended up looking like a cow, so he's Immulet. Rapid spin. And then rapid spin once again. Okay. There we go. Made him look like a cow when the whole idea was that he's not an animal. No, the whole idea was that he's not based on an animal. I didn't base him off of a cow. He just happened to look arguably like a cow. Like, let's be real. You cannot... Okay, you can't look at this guy and look me straight in the face and tell me this thing looks like a cow. Maybe I can see it for the evolution, like a little bit, but the baby form, I cannot, like, I cannot see it. He just looks like a creature from, like, a Dragon Quest game. You know what I mean? But yeah. I also had the idea... I mentioned this earlier on stream, but I don't think you were here, Koichi. I thought it would be an idea. You know how some VTubers have, like, a redeem where you can throw stuff at them? I was thinking I made a redeem where you could just, like, throw Ribboy at me. And just, like, pelt me with Ribboys. I think that'd be fun. And then they'd make, like, the Deltarune splat sound effect when they hit me. I think that'd be cool. That's my idea for this stream. I also want to throw things at Neon. I did add a new redeem today. And I don't think anybody's seen it yet, but I did add the scan redeem that some people have, because I figured out how to do that. So now you can line scan on stream. Yeah. And it does some things. But yeah, I see you found it. But yeah, I think more fun stuff like that should be redeemable, you know what I mean? Why what? Why does the larva guy what? Why he got such a big booty? It's called an abdomen. Have you ever seen an insect before? Have you ever seen an insect? It becomes the thing that he clobbers you with in his full evolution. So I feel like that would also be part of the reason, now that I think about it, because it does grow into the thing that he does like slam down on your face. Oh, okay. Okay. Well. So here's the thing. I know Friday is meant to be like a shorter stream, and what about seismic toss? I don't think that would make a lot of sense because he can't really pick you up and throw you. I don't think he's got the facilities for that, particularly. Do boop boo doo. No. What do you? Huh? What? What here, Bubba? You use seismic toss against him? Oh. Well, I mean, if you're high enough leveled, that's a guaranteed KO, you know? I mean, this guy cannot possibly have that much HP stat. It's kind of ridiculous how weak he is, as a matter of fact. But here's the thing, right? I'm pretty much done with what I had planned for stream today. So I'm thinking about just calling it here and having it be a short stream. Because we've only been live for 2 hours, but like I'm out of things to do. Like we could start on the next guy, but like then that would throw off next Friday's stream, and then it would like, I don't know. He's mono bug, right? He's mono bug until he's in his final form, and then he's bug flying. How about we start in that bat furry? Have you finished the reference sheet for it yet? That's my question to you. Have you looked at the reference? Have you finished the reference sheet? You forgot you were supposed to get, dang it. But yeah. I think I'm just gonna make the executive decision and call stream here and just say it was a shorter stream today. But we were efficient today, and that's what matters. So yeah. With all that being said, I hope anybody who's here right now enjoyed what they came for, whether you were here earlier or you're here now, you're chatting or you're lurking. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. You know to check out the short series already. Did you give him Arceus? No, I did not give him Arceus. What do you mean, did I give him Arceus? Oh no, not the scan. You know, I didn't think my model could get that wacky, because like the way I rigged it, I guess it does kind of move around a lot. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah. I'll post more stuff on Twitter about stuff that I do, probably over the weekend. I'm going to be busy this weekend though. I don't know how much I'll be able to do anything, you know? But yeah. Keep a lookout for the schedule on Sunday. You know what we should do today? We should see if anybody's live that we can raid, because I feel like that would be something productive to do. We should try and raid somebody. You're gonna make the Discord server today, right? No. No, we're not going to. Let's see here. Is there anybody live that I can... If you make it, will you adopt it? What, the Discord server? Sorry, that one wasn't very exciting because I was locked in. Let's see. Nobody I follow really is live right now. We'll look for channels. We'll look for somebody playing Cobblemon. How about that? Raid channel. Cobblemon. You make it really pretty and cute, just like you. Let's see here. You know what? Today we are going to raid Arimeria. They're playing Minecraft. They're also French. But, like, I don't know. Fun fact, I guess. Boop. Do we have a raid message? Not really. Should we have a raid message? French? Should we have a raid message, chat? Is that something we should have? I don't know. Whenever I raid somebody, I kind of just go in and I'm just like, hey. And then we go, hey, and then I'm like, what's up? And they're like, what did you do today? And then I'm like, I did this. And then they're like, that's cool. And then I lurk. That's usually how raids go. What's good, gang? No, we're not gonna say what's good, gang, when we go into their chat. I mean, you can if you want, but that's not the raid message. I think, you know what, we'll just save the raid message for when there's more people to actually say the raid message. Because right now, it's just you, and then me, and then I think Kato might still be here, but if they are, then they're lurking. I don't actually know. But yeah. But we're gonna raid Arimeria. Where they are, I think that's how you pronounce it. They're playing Cobblemon right now. So we're gonna head over. We're gonna say hi to them. And yeah, I'll see you guys over there. And if you don't stick around, I will see you guys next week. Keep a lookout for the schedule, okay? But until then, bye-bye. 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 Rating now. Whoop. Rating now. Rating now. And we're gonna go ahead and end stream on YouTube.